Hey guys, welcome back to Natural One, where we dive deep into Dungeons and Dragons mechanics to see if we can find hidden gems in the most unexpected places. And today, we're talking about a cantrip that's definitely not what people think it is. I'm talking about True Strike. Everyone loves to rag on it, right? It's the cantrip that everyone dismisses. But what if I told you, just what if I told you that True Strike is secretly the most powerful spell in the game? Maybe even the best spell. I know. You're probably rolling your eyes right now, thinking I'm crazy, but hear me out. It's not as bad as people think. In fact, everyone has been looking at it all wrong this whole time, and I think there's a way we can make it work. This cantrip has so much potential, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So get ready, because I'm about to make a case for True Strike that might just blow your mind. Start off strong. You might have heard of characters who get extra attack, right? Fighters, rangers, monks, they all have access to extra attack, which allows them to make multiple attacks when they take the attack action. And here's where True Strike really starts to shine. Imagine you're a fighter, level 5, making 2 attacks per turn. You've got your action, and then you get another attack because of extra attack. That's where True Strike comes in. You cast it and bam, you have advantage. Advantage is broken. We all know that. Rolling twice and picking the better result? That's an instant damage boost. That's a huge deal. So imagine you're a fighter and you've got 2 attacks on your turn. You cast True Strike in your first action and suddenly the next attacks you make have advantage. You've effectively doubled your chances of landing those hits. And then, wait for it, if you've got Action Surge, you can take another attack action. And now you've got advantage on another set of attacks. Hell, maybe you're even a monk. Flurry of blows for 2 more attacks. This literally doubles the chances of you hitting. Every single time. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. This is going to be insane. I mean, imagine fighting a high AC enemy like a dragon. With advantage on your attacks, your chances of landing that blow just skyrocketed. The synergy between True Strike and extra attack is just perfect, right? This can't be a bad spell if it's helping me land my hits more reliably. But, hold on. Something doesn't feel quite right. Okay, so I just reread the True Strike description and hold on. It says True Strike doesn't give you advantage on every attack you make. It only gives you advantage on your next attack. What? I mean, that's it? You only get advantage on one attack? Oh no. No. This changes everything. As a fighter with extra attack, I was getting so excited about having advantage on both of my attacks. But True Strike only applies to the first attack. Just one. It doesn't apply to the second attack at all. That's not what I was imagining. This was supposed to be my secret weapon for wiping the floor with my enemies, but now it feels like I'm just using it for a single advantage on one attack. That's a huge letdown. Okay, so maybe True Strike isn't the perfect fit for your standard multi-attack characters, but I've got another idea. Maybe I can make it work somehow. I can fix this. I have to fix this. I'm not giving up on this cantrip yet. Okay, maybe True Strike isn't the best for fighters or rangers, but what about blade singers, right? These guys are wizards, sure, but they get extra attack at level 6. So here's the idea. As a blade singer, I can place one of my attacks with a cantrip. That means I can cast True Strike instead of one of my attacks, and then still get the benefit of an advantage on my next attack, right? This is genius. I can use True Strike as my cantrip and still get the advantage I need for the next attack. All in one turn. That's an incredible synergy. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. This is it. I've cracked it. The damage potential is going through the roof. I mean, why did everyone even say this was a bad spell? What? Wait a minute. No. This can't be right. I've just reread True Strike again, and it says on your next turn, not on your next attack. That means when I cast True Strike as a Blade Singer, I don't get the advantage for my first attack in this round. I only get the advantage for the first attack in the next round. That's a huge problem. All that excitement I had about Blade Singers using True Strike for an immediate advantage is totally gone. I'm wasting my turn for a delayed bonus that doesn't even work when I need it. This is just getting worse and worse. I was so sure this was going to work. I was convinced. But now, I'm starting to lose faith. Is True Strike really this bad? Okay, give me a moment. Let's think this through, right? Rogues, I love advantage, right? Because it means they get to deal sneak attack damage, and they only attack once a turn, and True Strike could guarantee advantage on that first attack. That sounds great, right? This is truly the perfect use of the spell. But now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm a rogue, True Strike is just not worth it. There's better ways to get advantage, like hiding, or standing still even. All I have to do is use my bonus action to hide, or use steady aim, and then I get advantage on my next attack. And you know what? I don't even have to waste an action to get that advantage. I don't have to spend a whole turn casting True Strike just for one advantage roll. So yeah, casting True Strike as a rogue is just a huge waste of time. I could be attacking every turn, using my bonus action to hide, or preparing some other strategy to make sure I land those sweet, sweet sneak attack hits. But True Strike? It's not for rogues. This just keeps getting worse. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, let's back up. I need to center myself. I need to refocus. True Strike isn't dead yet. I'm sure I can find a way to make it work. It's gotta be useful for something, right? Maybe if I use it before combat. I'm grasping at straws here, but True Strike has to have a place in my game. I will make it work. Alright, hear me out. Maybe True Strike isn't a combat spell after all. Maybe it's a pre-combat spell. I mean, you don't use, like, guidance in combat, right? So maybe this works the same way. Yeah, that makes sense to me. What if I cast it before a fight starts, when I have time to set up my buffs, like Hunter's Mark or Hex, and then once the fight begins, I've got True Strike ready to give me advantage on my first attack. That's gotta be a solid strategy, right? Just think about it. Before combat starts, I've got my buffs up. Hunter's Mark for damage, or Bless for more rolls, maybe even Pass Without a Trace for some stealth. Then, when combat starts, I cast True Strike and get advantage on my first attack. It's the perfect setup, right? I've done the prep work, and now my first attack lands with advantage. Wait. Hold on, I just realized something else. Oh, no. True Strike requires concentration. Are you serious? So now I have to give up concentration on my buffs to cast this cantrip. That's it. I'm done. I can't believe this. True Strike was never going to work. It was too good to be true. And I've wasted so much time trying to make it happen. It's a concentration spell. I can't keep True Strike and Hunter's Mark or Bless out at the same time. Why did I never see this before? True Strike really is just... Look, I've spent hours, days, months. I've researched, I've tested, I've tried everything to make True Strike work. I've pushed the limits. I've convinced myself that this one time, I'll figure it out. I'll unlock its true potential. But I've finally come to my conclusion. It's impossible. It's never going to be what I want it to be. It's slow. It's inefficient. It's a concentration spell that messes with everything else. It's just bad. I've tried, and I've failed. Over and over again. But you know what? None of that matters. Because True Strike has always been there for me. From the very first time I picked up a dice, when I was a complete newbie, clueless about the rules, True Strike was my first spell. And sure, it didn't do much. It didn't do anything spectacular. I mean, really, it didn't do anything at all. It was just a spell I could cast. A little promise of magic that never quite delivered. But it was mine. It was the first thing that made me feel like I belonged to this world. It was a spell that reminded me that D&D isn't just about winning or optimizing or picking the best possible option. It's about feeling the magic, the excitement, the adventure. It was my first step into a world of imagination. And even if True Strike was never as powerful as I wanted it to be, it was always there. It's been with me through every character, every campaign, every moment of triumph and failure. Every time I cast it, I'm reminded of that feeling. The one I had when I first sat at the table, wide-eyed and ready to dive into this new world. True Strike wasn't about being perfect. It wasn't even about being good. It was just about being there. About being with the people I care about and having fun. About being part of the story, my story. And in that way, it's the most important spell I've ever cast. So yeah, True Strike might not be the best spell for you, or for just about anyone. I highly suggest you don't take it, actually. But for me, well, I'm gonna pick it every time.